Good morning, sports fans. Christian Pedersen here with San Diego Prep Insider. It's Saturday morning. I've got a cup of coffee. Let's talk about what happened in high school football last night. We're just going to run down all of the scores. I know for sure Lincoln and Sarah, they're playing on Saturday, so this is coming out before that game. But other than that, here's what we got. We'll start up in the North County with Valley Center getting a 17-14 win over Escondido. Shout out Jaguars there. Victory Christian Academy, a 41-6 win over San Pasqual Academy. Down in the South Bay, Olympian, get this, 56-14 over Chula Vista. Big win for the Eagles there. Sweetwater, they improved to 2-0 in their 100th season of football with a 22-6 win over El Cajon Valley. Castle Park, they're in the win column with a 54-16 win over San Ysidro. I want to talk about Otay Ranch getting a 39-0 win over Hilltop. Shout out Otay. We got Torrey Pines 24-13 over El Camino for Torrey Pines' first win of the season for the El Camino Wildcats. That's not a bad loss. That is just another really solid league game for a team that really deserves a lot of credit this season. La Jolla Country Day, they bounced back this week with a 24-7 win over Mountain Empire after falling to Bishops last week. Santa Fe Christian 35-23 over Tri-City Christian. This one was really close the first half especially. I mean, it ends close there compared to anything else that Santa Fe Christian has played this season. This is a huge one, though, for Tri-City because with the way that they have been playing this year, they're playing with house money, no championships this season, so a lot of teams get to sort of walk out of this year with a lot to be proud of, and hanging with Santa Fe Christian, which is a juggernaut offense this year like that, very impressive. Back up in the North County, Ramona gets a 45-6 win over Fallbrook. Another rivalry game happening last night. Battle of the Boulevard. Crawford deserves a huge shout-out for a 33-0 win over Hoover. Coach Matt Marquez and the Colts, they changed something at halftime, and they came out firing, and they got a big second half of scoring. And then anytime there's a shutout, you got to give a little bit of love to the defense. Vista, they got a 35-14 win over Mount Carmel. Congratulations there. Out in the East County, one of the games that we had highlighted, and I know that SDFNL was all over this being their game of the week. And they called it correctly. Granite Hills gets a 20-7 win over the Grossmont Foothillers. This could be one of the best Granite Hills football teams in program history. They keep showing it with big win after big win. Army-Navy, they get a 14-7 win over Escondido Charter. Helix, the Highlanders, they bounced back this week with a 14-0 win over Steel Canyon, proving that they still have tons and tons of talent on that team, and they're figuring it out. Santana, 42-7. Sultans are on fire this year as they top LCAP. We got to talk about a lot of offense. That's 40-plus 2 weeks in a row for the Sultans and the defense. It's hard when you 40-plus touchdown or less. Who do you give the credit to? You got to give the credit to both, I suppose. This one was an all-time thriller. Madison 39, Patrick Henry 38. Madison was down 14, or I should say Patrick Henry was up 14-0 at halftime. This game ends up going 2 overtimes. Tommy Morris was wrong, but 2 overtime win? That's pretty impressive that Patrick Henry backed up a lot of the talk and the chatter in the offseason by being able to hang with a blue blood program like Madison for that game. Orange Glen, they get their second win of the season, 30-24 over Classical Academy. The offense really is a big thing for Orange Glen the last couple of years, and it is not disappointing. Poway, they pull away 35-14 over Westview in that final score. The La Jolla Vikings, the defending champs, 51-14 over Mira Mesa. In a little bit of what some people saw as an upset, other people saw coming, San Diego pulls out a 20-18 win over the Christian Patriots. Battery getting a little bit more fully charged there for Coach James, as that is a big takedown of a very talented Christian team. Bishops, they get it 27-17 over Francis Parker. The Bishops Knights merged the two there. The Bishops Knights, they moved to 2-1. They got a young squad. They're rebuilding, and you see it getting all done on the ground now, which is a little bit of change around from the air raid of the last maybe 5 or 6 years there. LCC pulls out a thriller after losing last week. They come out 17-16 over Oceanside. It's a big win for Coach Sovacool and the company at LCC. Sco Mavs indeed. Mount Miguel 29, Valhalla 24. The Matadors get the win out in the East County. This one was a close one out on the island. Coronado deserves big congratulations for a 7-6 win over University City. It was a extra point or a 2-point conversion for University City that was unsuccessful. Coronado holds on with a bunch of red zone defensive stands. Coach Hines sprinkles in a little bit of magic there. Cathedral Catholic, they get the win in the Holy Bowl, 41-14. This one was a defensive struggle in the first half, but then you've seen the point at this. You've seen the clip at this point of Lucky Sutton just straight through some dudes. If you haven't, go follow TSC Sports, Calvin, Dago Football, SD Preps. Look, it was everywhere last night. You'll find the clips. You're all smart cookies. Monte Vista, they get a 36-6 win over West Hills. Real quietly, Monte Vista just keeps replenishing their run game every single year, even if it's not Jamon McClendon. They seem to just be able to constantly have a really good sense for how to move the ball. In our featured game of the night, Carlsbad 49-9 over San Marcos. Aiden Sayin is your Blast Radius Coffee player of the game for that one. Great call from Jonathan Rifkind on the game. You can go back and listen to it all on our YouTube channel. RB, they go up 43-14 on Del Norte for the final score there. And as we close out our last two scores of the night, San Pasqual 21-6 over Rancho Buena Vista and Eastlake. Big shout out to the Titans, their first win for new head coach Jose Mendoza as they go 55-3 over Bonita Vista. That's all the scores from last night in the CIF San Diego section. For more insight and analysis, stay tuned here with San Diego Prep Insider all week long, or download the CIF Sports 365 app. Thank you very much for tuning in, sports fans. We'll talk to you next time.